Salve, quo modo te habes? Si tu valeas, ego valeo. Conspectus Grammaticus cum capituli tertii decimi, pars tertia, ad est. Quid in hoc inest? Videamus. Okay, in this video we're going to wrap up our discussion of Roman time constructions. We're going to focus pretty exclusively on the ablativus temporis, and then at the end we're going to have a bit to say about another way the Romans could construct time. This is the preterite tense. This is our first real past tense, but we only learn two small forms of it, not a whole system of verbs in the past tense here. And so we're just going to say a little bit so you guys understand what's coming around the corner in Cap 13 for you. But for now, let's talk about the ablativus temporis. We're going to play a little game called hoc tempora. In hoc tempora, there's going to be a picture where you see the phrase, there'll be a picture here. And where you now read the phrase hoc tempora pars prima, there'll be a sentence that begins with the phrase hoc tempora. Hoc tempora means at this time. Use both the picture and the sentence to choose the most appropriate time word from the answer bank at left. Note that these answers are already in the ablative. Aestate, autumno, hieme, vere, nocte, die, vespero. They're all ablative already. So use those answer banks to slot them in and replace the phrase hoc tempora. At hoc tempora, something happens. In the spring, this thing happens, right? So that's sort of what we're going for. We're going to practice with one together. Here we go. Hoc tempora sol clarus lucet. Okay, so this phrase means at this time the clear sun shines. So what time do we want? What's the right answer here? Is the answer at night? I don't think so. Take a minute and think about what word you'd choose and slot it in. Did you choose die? Die is the right answer. Die sol clarus lucet. So you've replaced the phrase hoc tempora at this time with the phrase die to create a very reasonable sentence. By day, or at day, during the day, in the day, the clear sun shines. Note that the ablativus temporis can mean all of those things, but really it just indicates when something occurs. At day, during the daytime. Okay, you ready for our first question? Here we go. Go. Hoc tempora arbores noviis foliis ornantur. Hoc tempora arbores noviis foliis ornantur. Use the sentence and the picture to determine when this action takes place. And remember, no answer choice from the answer bank will be repeated, and no answers will be given until we're done with the entire exercise. So choose carefully. Good luck. Next question. Hoc tempora sol non lucet, sed luna lucet. Hoc tempora sol non lucet, sed luna lucet. Use the sentence and the picture to determine when this action occurs. Hoc tempora nix frigida campum operit. Hoc tempora nix frigida campum operit. Hoc tempora sol dormit. Hoc tempora sol dormit. Hoc tempora diei longiores sunt. Hoc tempora diei longiores sunt. Hoc tempora folia de arboribus cadunt. Hoc tempora folia de arboribus cadunt. Okay, we're now done with our game, hoc tempora. We're going to walk through the answers and talk about what answer matches with what slide. Hopefully you feel confident in what you put down. Let's go. Quando arbores noviis foliis ornantur? Quando? At hoc tempora, at this time. Vere arbores noviis foliis ornantur? In the spring, the trees are dressed with new leaves. Quando lucet non sol sed luna? Quando lucet non sol sed luna? Hoc tempore. Nocte. Nocte sol non lucet, sed luna lucet. At night the sun doesn't shine, but the moon does. Quando nix frigida campum operit? Quando? Hoc tempora. Hieme. Hieme nix frigida campum operit. In the winter, at winter, cold snow covers the field. Quando dormit sol? Quando? Quando dormit sol? Hoc tempore. Vespero. Vespero sol dormit. The sun goes to sleep at evening, in the evening. Quando sunt diei longiores? Quando sunt diei longiores? Hoc tempora. Aestate. In the summer. Aestate diei longiores sunt. Quando folia de arboribus cadunt? Quando cadunt folia de arboribus? Hoc tempora. Autumno. Autumno folia de arboribus cadunt. Okay, so that's our exercise working with the ablative of time. We haven't really talked so much in depth about the accusativus temporis, but I hope that if you get a good sense of the ablativus temporis, you'll be able to learn the distinction more easily with the accusativus temporis, and that's why I've focused in on this construction. I also find that the ablativus temporis is a bit more common in Latin, and so that's why I've chosen to focus there first. Now let's finish it up. Let's talk about what's coming around the corner next year, and our first taste of the past tense. Okay, so one way that Latin can express when something happens, of course, is to use a different verb tense. If I said, I am cooking dinner, that means that's what I'm doing right now. But if I said, I cooked dinner an hour ago, that means I cooked dinner earlier. When did it happen? Earlier. So we can also talk about things that are happening now and things that happened earlier in this chapter. And so this is something that we learn. It's a new topic that we encounter. Esne nunc mensis februarius? Esne nunc mensis februarius? Nunc significat hoc tempora, at this time. Mense februario est dies praesidium. Hic sunt quatra praesides clari in pictura. Esne nunc mensis februarius? Minime, nunc mensis februarius non est, sed tunc mensis februarius erat. Si nunc hoc tempora at this time significats, tunc signifies or means then, at that time, at another time, illo tempore. Mensis februarius erat, sed nunc Martius est. Erat and est are two forms of the same verb. They're both forms of the verb esse, to be. But erat is in what we call the preterite tense, tempus praeteritum, also known as the imperfect, tempus praeteritum imperfectum, whereas est is in the present tense, tempus praesens. The tempus praeteritum imperfectum is our first past tense that we're learning. In this chapter, we meet erat, it was or it used to be, and its plural doppelganger, erant. Erant is like sunt, but it's in the tempus praeterite, or the past tense. Erant means something like they were or they used to be. So we can see that erat and erant and est and sunt are two forms of the same verb, that are in two different time zones. Est is in the present time zone, erat and erant, the plural, are in the past time zone. Okay, let's return to our sentence. Mensis Februarius erat, sed nunc Martius est. It used to be the month February, but now it's March. Or, the month used to be February, but now it's March. We could also say, it was February, but now it's March. Do you want another example? Here's one. Caelum obscurum erat, sed nunc clarum est. Mane caelum obscurum erat, sed nunc meridie clarum est. Nubes in caelo significat caelum obscurum. Caelum clarum significat nubes in caelo non sunt. Okay, what am I trying to say here? You tell me. Okay, caelum obscurum erat means it used to be cloudy, but it's not now. Nunc clarum est, now it's clear. Okay, so these are the big topics that we're going to encounter in Cap 13. It's a big chapter with a lot of new vocabulary, but a lot of the concepts are small, little ones. We have the ordinal numbers, we have the superlative, which is a 2-1-2 adjective, ending typically in issimus aum. We have the fifth declension, Latin's probably smallest declension, with only masculine and feminine nouns. We have the ablative and accusative of time, two time constructions that are easily confused, but which it's important to keep apart. And lastly, we have a light introduction to our first past tense through the words erat and erant. It was, it used to be, they were, they used to be. I hope you found these presentations clear. If you're watching this during class time, I'm available on Zoom to answer your questions. Hit me up. Otherwise, enjoy your spring break. Valete omnes!